mixture, and they're very friendly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Didn't they used to have stock cars at Rough Park? Didn't they?
No, I think they've got motorbikes.
Just motorbikes.
What do they call it? What do they call these bikes? These dirt bikes. Dirt bikes, or whatever they call them. So, you've got, if you've got one at Spennymoor near where do you live?
Aycliffe, Aycliffe.
Well, there must be one round your area.
Not in Aycliffe, there isn't.
Well, Spennymoor, check it out and just build up to it. Give yourself a name. I'm not going to play anyone on bandit. I'm not going to do any gambling for the next month, say.
Yeah.
And the money I'm saving, I'm going to have, and I'm going to, on that Friday, there's racing at Spennymoor, I'm going to get 20 quid, I'm going to get the bus down there, and I'm going to put no more than £1 on 50p forecast, could be that, or £1 straight win, or something like that. Yeah, he'll be out, yeah. And if it wins, it wins, if it doesn't, it doesn't.
Tough luck, eh?
And have a couple of beers, and then get yourself home, and you've had a good night out.
Yeah.
You might be able to get, 20 quid, you might be able to get, I don't know if you live near, I don't know how much it costs to get there by bus.
Not too much.
But you might get, burger and chips or something like that as well.
Yeah.
And you never know, you might just find that you come out with winning. Like the Mem Saab did.
Oh, did he?
Oh, she bad.
Sorry, I wasn't concentrating.
God almighty. That's Sammy says she's won our £200 in 2 weeks. And that's only putting little bets on.
Yeah.
So I would say do that.
Yeah, will Raymond be on?
I have no idea.
You know John Thor, is he dead now?
John who?
John Thor.
John Thor? What? John, the actor?
Didn't he?
No, I think he was on television tonight, didn't he? I'm sure I saw something in the papers that he was on TV tonight.
He was, yeah.
Was he? Right. No, well, he's spinning alive. Spennymoor Dogs closed down, somebody told us.
Closed down?
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm sure that's a dreadful thing.
It is.
Anyway, we'll find out if there's one near Newton Aycliffe for you.
Yeah.
Now there's one in Birtley, but that's a bit of a distance away. But Sunderland, Newcastle, Brough Park, Camas, I don't know where they are. I'm new to the game. I'm not an aficionado to that extent.
No.
All right?
Yeah, okay then, Mike.
Tell her hard, young Keith. 01914 477 2000. Big rows over the weekend about rail track. All these bloody shareholders complaining. It's just typical, these bloody people. They steal what belongs to the country, nationalised industries, and they'll follow the game. We'll buy some of that. They've been getting dividends since they bloody got the shares, and it's bankrupt, and they wanted more money. And bottom line is, they wanted the government to put money in so the shareholders could get paid. So it's gone to the wall, quite rightly. The government's still fanning around, but the shareholders now say, we want, we want what it's worth. We want our money back. Who are these people? Are you a shareholder of Rail Track? How dare you have the cheek to demand your money back? Cheeky buggers. I wish I could have done that on Friday night at Brough Park. 11 races, 12 races, I only won on one. So I'd love to go into the total of the bookies and ask for my money back. You cheeky Charlies. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think the cheeky Charlies? Or do you think they got a point? And also, Blair, in his infinite wisdom, almighty one, he's thinking about handing Rail Track over to the train companies. Aha! Well. Who we are still paying we still pay money to. Remember, we are still paying the train companies. All the train companies get a subsidy each year off us. Right? Which part of which goes, where, do you think? The bloody shareholders. It's the most ridiculous. I don't know how Tony Blair can sleep at night, However, what do you think? Should we compensate the shareholders because the Rail Track's gone swanny up? And should we hand this to the rail companies? Or should we stop compensation? Should we stop subsidies altogether and say, we've decided, nah, we'll not bother. You want it, you've got it, but you didn't get a bloody penny off the government. And you don't run it, we take it back. You've got 6 months. Off you go. Would that be fair? It's up to you to tell me. The number to ring is 0191 477 2000. And an interesting thing we've just got off the website here. It's interesting. Most German men prefer rust rumpy pumpy to gentle rumpy pumpy. Yeah. They prefer to get it over with than take a long time making love. I think the word blitzkrieg springs to mind here. The Germans invented the blitzkrieg, just a mass attack. Get in quick and sort it out. Now, we do know that, if you remember, I did tell you that quickie rumpy pumpies can cause explosion-like pains during orgasm, right? Bad fire quickies. But a lot of men like them because you can have rumpy pumpy in unusual places. And the German men, especially, are into this. They like the bug of the headache, providing have a bit of rumpy pumpy, you know, on the top of the Volkswagen, blitzkrieg, you know, bit of Valkyries, bang, woof, ow, thank you, Fraulein. Blitzkrieg. So, I don't know if there's any Germans out there who would agree with it. Or whether you yourselves have got a point of view on that, whether you believe the quickie, or the slow. I'm a lover. I prefer that slow ride to paradise. I'm gonna get on the train. Slow ride, get on board. Slow ride, get on board. I'm gonna ride the train to paradise. I'm gonna slowly ride that train. Oh, loaded. Hello, Maureen.
Good evening. I don't know where I am.
It's just when you hear me singing.
Oh, I tell you what, you've got a deep soul voice.
I have.
Southern. Oh, it takes me back to the southern states.
Oh, honey child, honey lamb, honey pie. You are my little sweet mint julep.
Wow.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Well, it came from growing up on a plantation, you know.
Listen, I know I was there.
By Jove.
I was the one that picked the cotton.
You picked the cotton, honey child.
Picking the belly cotton card.
Oh, well, we owned the plantation, actually. But there you go.
It's you that didn't pay me wages.
Well, hey, we used to just take advantage of the fair sex.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Listen, Mike, I
Yes,
wanted to ask you your advice.
Uh-huh.
A couple of years ago, a friend of mine, my sons, had recorded some songs. And I've just found the tapes.
All right.
And they really are good. This lad writes them, sings them, and produces them.
All right.
And he really is. How do I get them sent away?
Well, first off, it's how old are these tapes?
They're about a year.
It's not too long. It depends on what sort of music it is. I don't know.
Do you want to hear this excerpt?
Go on then, let's have a little bash of this. Let's have a listen what he's got. We're gonna if we can get it sorted out, man. It's always a problem. Oh, can hardly hear that, Maureen.
Can you hear?
Right, okay. Right, well, it's the thing is these days, Maureen, me darling, is that there are lots of recording studios in the northeast, right, where you can go. If and always to tell you is rehearse everything first, get it tight, and then go and book the space. You can come away in a day or 2 days or what have you with a master CD of your song or songs. And then you can take that again. There are companies up here who will do it, who will burn off how many copies you need, 100 or 50 or 200. Obviously, the more you get, the cheaper each copy becomes. Now, that may cost you a few £100, but you will end up with what you haven't got there is a well-engineered music. You need it properly engineered.
Yeah, it was just on a tape. My radio was not very good.
No, well, it doesn't matter about the radio. It's you can tell it's not engineered. You need a proper studio. They're all out. I mean, there's the. I don't know whereabouts do you live? roughly?
Newton Aycliffe.
Newton Aycliffe. I know there's Concert. There's one up at Concert, the Delves, Northern Recording. There's Frankie Gibbons in Durham.
Is there any in Darlington, near Darlington?
Offhand, I couldn't say, but I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
You may be in Yellow Pages.
I'll have a look.
But you want to make sure that you've got to, that there's bands go in there, and you've got to tell the group. How many? Is it just one person or a group?
No, there's one that does. There's three singers. One man does the songwriting. It didn't matter. 2 years, but he's wrote 8 songs altogether, and he's wrote them and lyrics and song.
Well, that's irrelevant. That it's irrelevant. That's recording. It's provided he's got the he's rehearsed with it, and how he's going to do it.
Yes.
Right. So well, if he's in a band, then the band need to be tight. And when you go in, of course, you don't just sit around and play. There's the drums have got to be put down, the bass line's got to be put down, maybe then the rhythm, and maybe then a vocal, and then the hard round it.
Yeah.
So it depends on what you want. What do you want in? And a good studio with all the techno gadgets now, you don't even need, sadly, musicians. You can have saxes, you can have horns, you can have organs, all from a keyboard source. So that's the best thing is that you can end up with a quality master CD. Of broadcast quality, which is what you're after, and of marketing quality, which then it's up to him or them to decide if they're doing any work, then to try and either they can send it off to major record companies then and see if they've got any openings, but it depends on what the record companies are into and what they're playing, or they could send it round to try some local shops, or try and do gigs and sell it at gigs.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing. But you don't need to, them days are long gone. It can all be done up here. Everything, including designing the sleeve, getting the sleeves. You need that if you're going to try and sell it. You need sleeves, sleeve notes and what have you. But a good studio, and I don't know if there's any in Darlington, but somebody might be phoning in, but it'll be in the Yellow Pages. We'll be able to literally give you a price for almost anything.
Well, thank you very much, Max, for all your help, darling.
Let's, when he's got it done, let him send me one.
Thank you very much, I will do.
OK, Maureen. 01911 477 2000.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, you may be entitled to compensation. Claimline could help. If your injury happened within the last 3 years and the effects lasted 4 weeks or more, Claimline can manage your case from start to finish, making it as easy as possible for you to benefit from what you're legally entitled to. The Claimline team are personal injury specialists, and the service they provide is completely free. Why not call now to find out how Claimline could help you?
7,000 Claimline, your call for help. Robin Lloyd, the endowment people.
Real people, real commitment.
Our job is to search the marketplace for the highest possible price.
It's non-stop from the time we come in to the time we go home.
We need policies that are 100% with profit and must have started before 1990.
If it's a Royal London, Co-op or General Accident policy, they only have to be 6 years old.
When you call us, you speak to real people like me.
Robin Lloyd, the endowment people.
My name's Mark, I'm part of the team, and I look forward to speaking to you.
Robin Lloyd Associates is regulated by the Personal Investment Authority.
Over the moon. It's wonderful. It's a real joy to know that they're getting more money, and it's us who's done it for them.
We get lots of buyers bidding for your policy. That's what we do.
Robin Lloyd, the endowment people. 07000 222 111.
Jennings Ford, a company with a broad vision, but a local view. Our sights set on delivering a range of used cars that give you total satisfaction. Not only do all cars in our Go range have low mileage, one previous owner, a full service history, and carry our unique GenCare Gold Seal, which includes a 2-year parts and labour warranty for extra peace of mind. We also give you value for money, like an S-Reg Escort 1.4 for only $3,999. So as you sit in the driver's seat, as you glance in the mirror, we know, you know, it just feels right. Jennings Ford, driving the Northeast since 1917.
The icon has landed. He's Mike the Mouth Elliott, and you can call him now. 0191 477 2000.
Yes, indeed. As we go, as we progress upon the way. Well, it's the news is that Bush has told the Taliban to get the hell out of town. And the Taliban have said, nah, bare bums to you all. Cheeky devils, aren't they? The Taliban. But there's not much... I kind of find a lot about the Taliban, but anyway, you knew that they were, we're still on with old, who's that? That's not really much there, is it? Have you been playing with this, you cheeky devil? Have you been on this? What you been doing on this, huh? Oh, history, geography, the northeast, oh, God, well, anyway, I'm saying nothing because I'm not going to cross her because she's got her sunglasses on, she's got a bit of a headache. So when you phone up, be very quiet. I don't want you to get her aroused and annoyed, otherwise, you know. Let me see the kit. Hello?
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 All right.
All right.
I'm Scott.
You're not, she didn't sound it.
I do, Mike, all right.
I'm not too bad, how are you?
Champion.
Champion. Who's that in the background?
It's my son.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come, Brian, go on.
Oh, there's a funny sound on this phone here. Well, what's that? What's that buzzing? Must be your phone. So what can we do for you, Scott? Have a fanfare. Right then, where are you? What are you doing? What's happening?
I'm from Spennymoor. I'm called Scott.
Oh, Scott from Spennymoor. Is there a dog track at Spennymoor? Is there a dog track at Spennymoor?
Yep.
There is?
Yeah.
I thought there was. Somebody said there wasn't. There is. So what can we do for you, Scott?
It's about my girlfriend.
Right. Well, I'm waiting.
She went out for a night out with the girls. She went out to Southport.
Oh, God.
Down Everton Way, down Southport.
Southport, aye, the West Coast, aye.
The West Coast, yes.
Above Blackpool.
Yep.
No, south of Blackpool, sorry. And?
No, sorry. When she come back, she said to me, she goes, I love kissing girls. So what do you mean? I said, what do you mean love kissing girls? I thought she was taking the joke, I thought she was having a joke, I'm not off with this. She goes, but kissing girls to me, she goes, I think it's a lot better than what kissing you are. But I thought it was a joke.
God almighty.
And that's what I mean, Mike.
Do you shave? Have you got a beard? I mean, maybe it's that, you know?
No.
You know, because you're rough skin and girls have got soft skin. Is that out to do with that?
That? But a mate who lives over the road, which is called Vicky, she always comes out there and they're always carrying on with each other. All the time.
So, but wait on, I mean, say, this kid you've got in the background, who was the mother of that?
I hope it was me, hopefully.
No, you're the father.
I'm the father, I would.
Who's the mother?
That's it, my guy.
Is your girlfriend the one who likes kissing girls the mother?
But she thinks it's second to none. She thinks it's like something different.
Well, it is. Kissing women is different from kissing men if you're a woman.
I know, but my girlfriend shouldn't be doing that, though. They shouldn't be doing it.
Well, they shouldn't be, but is she getting into bed with women?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. I hope not, because...
No, well, you hope not.
I'll break my heart if she is.
Well, you've got to have a chat to her. You've got to have a talk to her. And has she given any clue? She says she likes kissing girls. But does she kiss them on the lip? Does she put the tongue down the mouth? Or is she just kissing them on the cheeks?
That's what she says. She says when she comes home, she doesn't come straight back to the place she lives. She always goes home to her, so it was over the road. Her boyfriend's in bed. He probably doesn't know about it, but...
What about when she went to Southport? Did she go with a neighbour across the road?
Yes, that's one, yeah. Neighbour across the road, yeah. And mate Vicky. But she's only a couple of years older than what she is, but...
Well, you know, Was there any other girls went to Southport?
Yeah, all the mates, yeah.
Oh, well, fair enough. So it's girls...
Like the fact that she works, so...
Girls together down to Southport.
Like my mate said, you don't know what's happening. She could be, like, doing a twosome, threesome, but... You know what I mean, like...
Oh, she could be, yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Mike. I don't mind that, but if it's your own girlfriend, it's hard to take in, like...
I mean, you don't mind lesbians, but you don't want your girlfriend to be a lesbian.
That's it, mate. Yeah.
I think that's fair enough. I think that's not a lot to ask. That's not a lot to ask. You shouldn't be having to apologise for that. You've gone with her. You've slept with her. You've made her pregnant. She's had a bairn, right? You didn't beat her up, do you? You're not a swine.
No.
Right? Therefore, why shouldn't she? She's got to make a decision here. She can't play the candle at both ends. Oh, no, maybe they can actually, lesbians. But the point is that you've got to sit her down and say, darling, you know, you're my girl. You know, you're the mother of our bairn.
Well, that's it. I've been with her like 5 to 6 years, and I thought she was spot on. But just since this has happened, it's
well, she's honest with you.
It's been a difference. Like, it's been different.
She hasn't said she's got into the kip, has she? She's just said she likes kissing a girl.
I know.
She hasn't said. When she said kissing, was it the lips she mentioned? Was it kissing on the cheek?
She said it was tongues and everything, but I don't just wind this up because she's that type of girl. She does work as my it's the wrong time.
All women work, man. That's what they're here for on the bloody planet.
Yeah.
I would see. It's where she's kissing this girl. I think
on the lips, yeah.
Aye.
But she says to me, like, everything of it, Scott, it's just a joke. She goes, I'll come with you. She goes, at the end of the night, she goes, I'll come home, I'll go to bed. I love you, I'll wake up with you. And you know what I mean?
So is your rumpy-pumpy life okay, like?
Yeah.
It's okay?
It's all right, yeah. It's champion.
Doesn't gone downhill out like that?
No, mate, it's spot on.
Well, that's there you are then. But I would sit her down and just say, what would you think if I tell you I was going out with this bloke and kissing him?
Yeah.
You wouldn't like that?
That's it, mate,
You're not kissing blokes, are you?
No,
sorry, just by the by. I just wanted to check up on that one. But I would say that the thing is that she might be just having a laugh a wit, a lass's sense of humour. Well, you know how lasses, the thing
hopefully.
The thing they've got a sense of humour and they haven't, you know.
Yeah.
So she might be trying to be funny but failing. So I would say to her that... well, the best way, of course, is to keep getting her into bed in rumpy pumpy. And then she's you know, if you can do the business with her that way, she's not going to be looking at girls, is she?
That's it.
Who's that?
Well, me mate. Craig.
Tell him he's a dickhead. Didn't kiss him, for God's sake.
No.
He's got bad breath from here.
Mate, I'm going to take it in, mate.
Take it in, sit her down and say enough's enough.
Right.
Champion. 01914 777 2000. Put it down. A lot of lasses kiss each other, you know. I don't know. Well, Lottie, what do you think there? Do lasses normally kiss each other? Is that normal? No, Lottie's a bit, Scott. Lottie's a bit dubious about this as well. I've got to say, Scott, if Lottie's dubious, I think we've got to, pull back. Of course, there's many a lad would be over the moon to think that his wife was indulging in lesbian relationships, because most men have got the fantasy about their lass with another lass while they, for some reason, want to watch or get on board. And of course, if that's the case and it happens, great, because then the lass is not really lesbians, because two lesbians, the last thing they want is a bloke in the middle of them. Yeah, why would they want a bloke? Well, that's why they're a lesbian. But it is a male fantasy, isn't it? This is my wife and this is her girlfriend. What? Oh, you know what I mean? But in all honesty, I don't know what I would do if I was confronted by that. Of course, being the icon, stood Tadger of Tadger. You know, I mean, I've turned more women from being a lesbian to heterosexual once they've had me. Oh, once they've had me, it's there's no going back to women. You know, after the icon has dibbed them, as they say, the old dibbing. But hey, I don't know what the rest of you are doing out there. If there's any lesbians out there want to come on and possibly say the word, then do so. The number to ring is 0191 477 2000. Maybe she's a fib, but lasses are fibbers. Lasses. I think lasses are bigger fibbers than lads. It comes almost second nature to lasses to fib. So are you a fibber? Girls, have you ever fibbed to your lad or your partner? Have you ever told them a big, big white lie and had a bit chuckle with them and conned them and led them on? Fibs. I'm not talking about nasty lies. I'm talking about fibs. It's a great word. Fib. It rhymes with rib. Spare rib. I mean, the woman. Spare rib. Fib. So, are you a fibber, lads? Are you a fibber, lasses? What's the biggest fib you've told maybe your mother or your father or your partner or an ex-girlfriend or something like that? We want to know, because lasses seem to me, I've got that feeling there that lass is having a bit of a laugh with our lad Scott there and telling him a big, big fib. Just to watch him, and the two lasses over there having a wind up. And it's probably the bloke out of the road, he'll probably get it as well. And he'll be getting it. And you've got to be careful, lasses. You've got to be careful. You shouldn't work lads up like that.
Call Mike the Mouth now. 0191 477 2000.
And no, of course, no. Yes, thank you, Lottie. Thank you. Yes, I'll come to Michael in a minute. But we haven't forgotten Keith Mangan. Or everything that's happening in Afghanistan. Well, Keith and Mangan and Paul Wells and the American and the German lad and their families, they're all tied into this from 6 years ago, because them getting kidnapped in Kashmir, where there is a problem, where the Pakistan government believe it should be part of Pakistan, the Indian government believe it should be part of India. There are Kashmirians who believe it should be an independent state. There are Kashmirians who believe it should be part of Pakistan because they're Muslim. And there are Kashmirians who believe it should be part of India because they're Hindu. Beautiful land. People went on holiday there. Keith Mangan went on holiday with his wife Julie. Teesside lads and lads. Paul Wells from Gloucestershire. And 6 years ago, thereabouts, they were kidnapped. Who by? Afghanistan mercenaries. Mujahideen. Bear in mind, 6 years ago, almost to the day, the Taliban took control of Afghanistan. These were probably anti-Taliban, well, maybe pro-Taliban, because they were down there to do something against the Indians and to help the Muslim groups there on the Pakistani side. They kidnapped them, and we haven't heard from them since. Oh, the rumour is that out of the 20 or so Mujahideen, 19 are now dead. There might only be one left alive. We don't know what's happened to Keith Mangan or Paul Wells or the American and German lad. We do know that the Japanese lad was summarily executed. We don't know if they've been murdered. We don't know if they're in captivity somewhere in Afghanistan. What we do know is that Tory and Labour governments have done sod all for them. And we'd like to know what's happening and where they are. If they have been murdered, we want to know where their bodies are so they can be brought back, so their families and their loved ones can bury them and bring them to closure. If they're still in captivity, then we want to know and we want them back. Now is a better time than ever to put pressure on the Pakistan government, to put pressure on the Taliban and put pressure on the Northern Alliance, the ex-Mujahideen, anybody there who knows anything. And also, we still say that big rewards offered in India and Pakistan for the knowledge, information and whereabouts of where Keith and Paul are is still a good deal. Money from the lottery could be used for this. You should tell your MPs, you should tell Blair, you should tell Jack Straw, the Foreign Secretary, that even with all of this happening in Afghanistan, we haven't forgotten Keith Mangan and Paul Wells. Don't you. Thank you. Michael.
Hello there, Mick.
Hello, Michael. Good evening to you. A fanfare. So well enough. That's why I give you one, I'll give you another one, my boy. How are you, anyway? Where are you from?
From Consett, mate.
Consett Laird, right?
Aye. Sunny side of Consett.
Sunny side, right? Got you. Now, where you are?
Basically, mate, just after a little bit of advice, please.
All right.
Basically, I booked a holiday to Florida, Disneyland, yeah?
You booked, well, for this year?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, I booked it January, February this year. Wait, how can I explain it? And I'm was due to fly out January, February of next year.
All right, I've got, yeah.
You follow those, yeah?
Yeah.
Basically, I've paid like a £600 deposit, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Now, with all the troubles and whatever kicking off,
right?
Basically, I went for a refund. Now, the company concerned, I know I can't really name names or whatever, have basically given us two choices. They've either, well, there's no chance of a refund, yeah? It's either like a carabine holder, which I don't want, because, like, you know, I've got 3 young children.
Right.
Or, basically, somewhere along the med, which I'm not interested in, you know?
Well,
so I was just wondering, legally, I mean, where I stand, because I'm actually going to go back to travel agents tomorrow and try and chase it up a little bit further, because on the small print, the way I've understood it, is if, like, one company declares war on one country or vice versa, sort of thing, I was on the understanding that it should be no problem getting, like, a refund, you know?
Well, this is the problem with words, is when Bush decided that this was war.
Yeah.
You see, I suppose in legal terms, an individual or a group of individuals cannot legally declare war on a nation state.
Yeah.
And which Bin Laden and his chums have. They're not. Bush has repeatedly said he's not at war with the Afghanistan people. And he's not at war with Afghanistan. He is at war with terrorism and those that support terrorism. So it gets a very complicated area, using this word in such a way that technically, you know, if you follow it right through, that an act of war means that nobody would get compensation from insurance for anything that happened in Manhattan, for starters.
Yeah.
So I've got a feeling that the law legal situation, there's not a war. America has not declared war on Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Afghanistan has certainly not declared war on America.
They're saying they only, like, actually fly into certain destinations, you know? But I mean, obviously this was like, obviously the kids' like dream holder sort of thing.
Why do you not want to? See, why not go?
Why not go?
I mean, for a start, I would think that a flight. I can't really see these people hijacking a flight from England to Florida, because a lot can be took out piled too easy.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's that much problem going from England to Florida.
Yeah.
And Florida to England, well, you would expect that America now, where they're putting securing the cabin doors, putting air marshals on, armed in some cases, maybe not across the Atlantic, but you never can tell. Stricter security. It may well be now, that may well be the safest time to fly that you've ever had.
Well, actually, I don't know about yourself, I mean, obviously, because you work late hours and whatever, but I've actually seen programs and documentaries and the security. I mean, they say it's been tightened, but I mean, I don't think it's been tightened to that, you know.
Well, it's been tightened, and by the word being, it's improving technically, I suppose, every day by the next January. Yeah, all I'm saying is that it's before September the 11th. These terrorists did not go for tourist jets. They went for, you know, the bread and butter flights within America. Yeah. Obviously, any plane is still a potential hijack threat.
Yeah.
But I don't believe, in my own heart, that it's going to be as easy as they found the last time to do it. I certainly don't believe that. There'll be flaws, but what I'm saying is, what they had before September the 11th was they didn't have to do much looking for chinks. The chinks were all there.
Yeah.
Now, after September the 11th, if they're going to hijack, they're going to really have to try and think and plan it and what have you. You know, some of these knives were stuck on the bottom of trays and stuff like that. That side of it makes it very difficult for them to get on board a plane with a weapon of any kind. So, to that extent, I think planes might be. I mean, so I maybe might be going to New York in February.
And have you got no figures?
No, none whatsoever. I would go to New York in February.
Yeah, you see, no, my pronunciation's not that good. I mean, with this anthrax.
Anthrax,
yeah. I mean, that's over on the coast and whatever. I mean, you know, it just puts like that doubt in your mind, doesn't it?
Well, it's not. It's what you've got to bear in mind, that anthrax is not. It's being put, if it's a menace, it's being put into some envelopes and posted to certain areas. Now it may well be that this may well have come from Iraq, and there may be a stockpile of it. But the thing is that it's going into very small areas. It's and even then, when you open it, there's no guarantee now. Obviously, anything that you open, there's a powder in. You're going to step way back, right? So even that is got to be, if it is a terrorist attack, even that has got to be looked at in relation to what knowledge prevents problems.
Oh yeah.
Now, and there's no still guarantee that it's the balmy fundamentalists, fanatics from Bin Laden that's behind it. It could be another area of potential terrorism. Nothing to do with what happened September 11th. But you see, when you've got 9, I believe, at the moment. One person only has died. They have, I know in America they've got, I think, 15 to 20 million courses of antibiotics for this. We've got some in this country. Now, let's look at it. There's 260 million people in America. There's 9. 1 died, 9. And each of them is now being tracked. So, what I'm saying to you is that the idea that they're going to fly around Disney World with anthrax is not on. It would take a hell of a job to be able to do that with anthrax, from what I've read. And other similar germ or chemical warfare. It ain't as easy as it's not a Bond film, this, where you could fly over in Goldfinger and put the whole of Fort Knox to sleep. It don't work that way. There's too many variants, and if it is terrorism, putting it into envelopes, there ain't enough. Because it's got to be the right size, there's got to be the right amount. And now people are wary of it. People are wary of this. They can't put it on the outside of the envelope if they're posting it, because it could be affecting the wrong ones that they're after. So I don't know. I wouldn't have any problem going to Florida myself, but I can fully understand people's worries, and I think you've got every right to use your doubts, because you've got 3 young uns, and you're obviously doing the right thing in the sense of protecting them. But I still don't know. I would still think
it's kicking the football up in the air and just waiting to see which way it bounces, sort of thing.
It's the would I have fed my daughter a hamburger during the BSc like John Selwyn Gummer? No, I wouldn't have.
Well, I would have. You see?
Well, no, not with that knowledge he had. He had more knowledge than you did.
Obviously,
But I would say that I've got to believe that the airline industry are being forced by people themselves, by passengers and by government, to really update their security and really get to grips with it. And in that case, I would feel fairly safe and fine.
Well, actually, sorry for interrupting, but what's really annoying us is the lack of options. What actually offering
the company? Well, some people say that they're offering you the Caribbean, which ain't bad.
No. It's not just the Caribbean itself. That would be lovely, but then they want X thousands of pounds on top of it. You know what I mean? It's not just like exchange. You know what I mean? They want extra money on top of it.
No.
You know?
Well, the trouble is, what they're saying is you're the one who wants to change, not them. And they are saying we're offering this in all honesty, that this is, there's nothing wrong with this potential holiday. They may well be right, and I would probably have to say that they probably will be right. I would be very surprised if the terrorists hijacking another plane. I would be very surprised. And even that wouldn't stop me going in February, because I just think it just you've got to play the odds. It's life. You've got to play the odds somewhere down the line. I would risking me bairn. No, I wouldn't want to risk me bairn's health or happiness or future. But
see, that's it. If it was just me and my wife, I'd get on the plane. If she didn't want to get on, I would say bye bye. I'll have a good time.
Oh, that's what she'll be out with the moon, isn't it, this conversation? Christ almighty.
Well, she is. She's actually listening upstairs, like, you know what I mean? Like,
what's that, what's she called? Yeah, she's I can hear her coming down the stairs with a pan.
Michelle's just called, by the way.
Michelle, never fun. No, I tell you, I think you've obviously in your mind's eye and in your heart that you want out. I think, but you've got to go and get the information. You've got to get the legality side sorted out. And trading standards in Durham should be of great assistance to you. But you may have to go down there with all the documentation you have, possibly including the holiday brochure, etc., so that they can check out just what is in their small print, and they could to do a phone in and what have you. And I think a good firm would recognise your fears and try and help you come to an holiday that you would really like, especially the way things are going. The Atlantic is the 80% down on passengers.
Yeah.
They'll be desperate to get any bugger on. In fact, they might start selling cheap tickets to hijackers just to fill the bloody plane up.
Yeah. Well, you know, dummy and concert, man, you just go in there and they'll get them all for out, man.
No, well, there's no way the hijackers would dare hang around concert. We all know that. But if you go, would you tell us what happens, Michael?
I certainly shall.
Phone up the trading standards to get that information, and if you get stuck, they also try Citizens Advice Bureau. But I think Braden Split, and then don't do that before you do the travel agent.
Yeah.
Because it may well be that they can talk through trading standards. They should be wanting to talk to APFA.
So basically, trading standards first, yeah.
Trading standard, because they can talk to the agencies that that you've got the advertising the agency for travel agents.
Yeah.
That's a network, a national thing. They could talk to their legal department. They could get the information, and but it may well be that you've got your travel agent, and then you've got your holiday firm, and then you've got your carrier. Now the airline, they may be saying, "Oh, excuse me, it's all passed by the FAA. We can fly. They're safe to fly." No, you've got to, or the hotel. So it's a case of you've got. It might be one part, but it might be divided up into three elements that you're looking at here.
Yeah.
But
see, what gets me, I mean, obviously paper talk and television reports and whatever. I mean, Binley and Son's been on the television in different parts of
the Taliban.
Taliban, yeah. Saying they're all Muslims, like, don't fly, don't be in big bloody skyscrapers and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And
well, yeah.
I mean, like, for the likes of me and you, yeah.
What else?
You would actually get on a plane and would.
But what do you think they're going to say, man, Michael? These are terrorists. Do you think they're going to say, well, now it's going to happen? Of course they're going to try and work it up and work paranoia in and fear in.
Yeah.
But I would say you try, crashing a plane is going to be almost impossible. I'm not saying it's 100%, but it's into, say, the Empire State Building. Trying to walk into the Empire State Building and get in the lifts going up the top floors with bombs, almost impossible. You've got National Guardsmen all over the place now as well. Yeah. So I think it's made it's harder And this bit of anthrax, well, we'll wait and see over the next week to see if there's... But it's only when you get into 1,000 to 10,000 that can you really start looking at this in any positive way. 9 doesn't count. And 9 is... But it sows the seeds of panic. And the idea that the terrorists... they're going to stir it up and stir it up and stir it up. It suits their... until they get caught and get their heads chopped off. Yeah. They're going to keep up the shite coming out of their gobs.
That's silly.
Okay, let us know what happens, mate. I've got to get in the news in a minute.
Okay, mate.
Catch you later on. All the best, Michelle. There you go, fine. But, obviously, what would you do? Would you go? Would you go to Florida? Would you go to New York? Would you fly to the States? Or do you think it's still too risky? Or do you feel as though that's giving in to these bloody dickheads? These bits of parasitic filth. You tell me on 0191 477 2000. I'll press it.
Hello there, I'm Quick.
And I'm Easy.
We're here to tell you how quick
and easy it is to get a quote for superb quality replacement windows
by visiting the Cold Seal Direct website.
Just measure up, then ease over to your PC
and visit
www.coldsealdirect.co.uk
for an instant quote.
Or it's just as easy to call 07000 22 1155.
Cold Seal Direct. Why can't everything be so quick
and easy?
Jamie's Tiles has miles on tiles. There's miles on tiles at Jamie's Tiles.
Thank you. The mission, to become part of a professional organization during the busiest period of the year. The benefits, excellent conditions, competitive rates of pay, working for the best. The person, fit, dependable and available from December 2001. Sound like you?
The Royal Mail are now seeking to recruit temporary workers to assist in dealing with mail over the busy Christmas period, based in Gateshead. No experience is necessary, as full training will be given to the people with the energy and enthusiasm to succeed. Application forms are now available by calling 0191 5877 200. That's 5877 200. The Royal Mail is an equal opportunities employer.
If you fancy getting your hands on 10 grand, we can help. Look out.